money. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful that...
Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chargers and the Packers, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down the kickoff of what should be an epic year, as it'll be the AFC champion LA Chargers taking on the NFC champions, the Green Bay Packers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at these LA Chargers, champions of the AFC, making just their second Super Bowl appearance. And first, of course, since the move back to Los Angeles. And coincidentally, trying to be the second consecutive LA team to win a title.
And they are certainly hoping that this game works out better than their first Super Bowl appearance, a 23-point loss to San Francisco in Super Bowl 29.
Meanwhile, the Packers are back as they look to bring another Super Bowl title home to a place aptly named Titletown.
And they're looking for their fifth win, which would tie them with the Cowboys and 49ers for second all-time. They did last win it in 2011. That was Super Bowl 45. Aaron Rodgers leading them over the Pittsburgh Steelers. But when you talk about titles, and you mentioned Titletown, they've won 13 championships overall as well. So this is a town that's used to winning, and they expect to win this one as well.
And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. On the counter, here's Jones. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And able to find Allen Lazard. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Next receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they're able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Joey Bosa, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
That's complete to Lazard. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. Throwing is Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 20-yard line. 3 catches for him now in this first quarter of the Super Bowl. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him, and I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, that's complete right side to Lazard. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense. Charles, he already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? But it's actually been the opposite. They're giving him a lot of attention.
And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Packers are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert. And they'll come out with a 3-tight-end look on the first play of the drive. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 21 yards. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Herbert's throw taken in by Palmer. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Ridley here. And he'll be brought down at the 27. To the air again, Herbert. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed, and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
We are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the second quarter. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Here's Herbert. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Now trying. Ready to go. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with the ground. Room here to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 18 more yards there and another first down. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to, when you want to. That play call is working very well for them right now.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Here's Rodgers. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Now Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here. That pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And Lazard's got it again. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Now it's Herbert. That's caught right side by Palmer. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up second down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Chris Barnes. And the Packers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on second down, Rodgers. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Deshaun Jackson off to the races. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Chargers. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. Rodgers now to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Throwing now is Rodgers. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. On fourth down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. On first down, Justin Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 39. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Again, Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. Herbert now. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
All right, Captain. Let's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again. Touchdown, Chargers! Calvin Ridley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it's Calvin Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Chargers. And they've had all sorts of success thus far tonight throwing the football, as they're on pace to throw for 300-plus yards if things continue the way they've been going. Both teams with some extra time to prepare during this long halftime break, but we're about ready to restart the second half of Super Bowl 57. So let's get back out to Arizona and Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And through one half at least, this Super Bowl has been everything it was cracked up to be. All tied. What's your key for them, Charles, in the second half?
Simplicity, partner, because in the Super Bowl, with the extra time at halftime, I think some stats get caught up in trying to design too many things. It's all tied up. They have to remember what they did to get here, put that back into play here in the second half, and I think they'll be all right.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Here's Herbert. Dumps it off for Spiller. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger first down.
We always talk about how to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Rashawn Gary, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Dancing to his left. That is caught. It's Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His second catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Herbert off of play action. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding them to a short gain.
Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with a little gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Up the middle with Eckler. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. The quick slant caught. Touchdown! Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Chargers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Hopkins with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's Calvin Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. A good gain on 1st. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here's Jackson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And there's just 1 quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the 4th quarter. Eckler going to get it again on second down. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Now still down one. Here's an utterly critical extra point attempt here. And it is good. There were about 70,000 people about to turn blue from holding their breaths. But it's good, and this Super Bowl is tied. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Chargers getting set to go. And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this fourth quarter. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. And this is caught by Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down. And that's exactly what he did.
Straight ahead, it's Spiller. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the 50, here's Herbert. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Josh Palmer from 8 yards out. And the Chargers have broken our tie and have taken a fourth quarter lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And it's quickly becoming now or never time in the Super Bowl, trailing by 7 here in the fourth. A pivotal moment in this football game. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now left side on the swing pass. Chargers. Austin Eckler from 17 yards out. And the Chargers are starting to pull away in the fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Lazard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Caught, right side, it's Lewis. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. And again, it's Rodgers. Completed out left to Dobbs. And he's going to get this down near the 25. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Rodgers' throw into the hands of Cobb. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Rodgers over the middle here. It's hauled in by Watson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And complete once again to Watson. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be taken in by the Chargers, and it appears they're going to win this football game. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Herbert. Williams brings it in. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now it's Herbert. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. Just a 4-play drive that time. And in the end, it was Mike Williams who capped the drive with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And the Bolts have done it. The Los Angeles Chargers are the Super Bowl champions. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy. You know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. The accomplishment,